Hi all, welcome to this class. As part of this class, let's see different types of operators in Java. So in this class, let's see like what is meant by operators, why we need operators, what we are achieving through operators, and mainly what are the types of operators are available in Java. Okay, Java provides a rich set of operators. Why we need operators? What is meant by operators? Operators, it is used to perform any operations on variables and values. Consider you want to perform some operations. It can be, arithmetic operations or logical operations or, relational operations. You want to check some conditions or, you want to perform some operations. It can be either on variables or it can be on values. In our day-to-day life, in our projects, there are many situations where we need to perform some operations. Those times we can make use of these operators. Java provides there are different types of operators. So let's see what are the types of operators. So let's see like these are the different types of operators. One is like assignment operators. Second one is arithmetic operators. Third one is relational operators. Fourth one is logical operators. So these are the very important operators which are used frequently in Java. In our day-to-day life, we will use all these operators. Okay, so let's see one by one. First one is assignment operators. What is meant by assignment operators? Assignment operators means it is used to assign value to variables. Assignment operators are used to assign some values to variables. We have already seen this kind of programs. Assignment operator is nothing but equals. If I mention equals, that is called assignment operator. Okay. So let's go through one program for assignment operator. I'm going with the new class. Let me go this class as Embrol. Inside that I have public static void main. This is the method. We have already seen about assignment operators. Consider you are going with int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20. Correct? So this is called assignment operator. What you are doing? You are assigning some value to variable. Right side value you are assigning to left side variable. So why we need assignment operator? It is to initialize some values to variables. Correct? This is one of the very basic operator in Java. So let's print these values. I am just printing what is a value and what is b value. Yes, let's save it. Save under desktop. We have one directory called programs. Class name dot Java. See here, we have saved that class name, and let's open command prompt from here. Okay, let's compile it. How to compile? Java C class name dot Java. If compilation is success, it will create dot class file. Here dot class file is successfully created. Then let's run it. Java class name. Correct. Here we are seeing the output a equal to 10, b equal to 20. So what we are trying to achieve here, we are seeing what is meant by assignment operator. Assignment operator, it is used to assign some value, or it is used to initialize some values to variables, correct? So let's see different types of assignment operators. Let's see different types of assignment operators. So what we will do is, this is the basic assignment operator, right? Now I'm going to the next slide. Next one is arithmetic operators. Again, like, these are the very basic operators. You know why we need arithmetic operators? It is used to perform some arithmetic operations on either variables or values. Suppose if you want to perform any of the arithmetic operations, like, you know, addition, multiplication, division, or subtraction, you can go with these assignment operators. Arithmetic operations can be performed either on values or on variables. Let's see what are the different types of arithmetic operators are available in Java. See, these are the basic arithmetic operators. Here we are seeing, right? Plus means what it does. These are the different types of arithmetic operators. So plus means it adds two values. Here I have given the examples, correct? And minus means it subtract. What it does, it will subtract one value from another value, or one either it can be performed, you know, on variables, or it can be performed on values. Multiplication, it used to multiply for, you know, two values or variables. Division, it is used to divide two variables or values. Percentage means it is modulus operator. It is a modulus operator. What it does is it will give the remainder. And we have seen increment and decrement operators, right? Either it can be pre-increment or post-increment. Same way, either it can be pre-decrement or post-decrement. Let's see, you know, one program by mentioning with all these operators. Create a new class. So what we are going to do is, we are going to see what are the different types of operators here. So what I do, I'm going to declare some of the variables. One is consider, I'm going with x. Second one is I'm going with y. That variable I'm declaring and initialize with some value, correct? Once I am done, what I'm going to do, I'm going to perform all the operations. Listen carefully what I am going to do. I am going to perform all the operations. X plus y I am doing it. Correct. So after that, what I am doing, I am trying to print the value. What is the thing I am mentioning? I am mentioning addition is plus set. Correct. So what is this here? We have defined some of the variables and we are performing here arithmetic operations. Correct. So it is addition operation we are performing, x plus y. So that value we are storing inside is set variable. Again, set we are printing it. Let's save this class. Class name.java. So let's compile it. Java C. Class name. Compilation is success. Let's run Java class name. Correct. We got output, right? Addition is static because x plus y. 10 plus 20, it is static. So let's go with all other operations. Let's go with all other operations. See, I'm going to perform subtraction here. Then I'm going to perform multiplication. Multiplication means you can mention using star. Okay, this is multiplication. Then if I want to perform division, again I can go with division. Consider I'm going with y divided by x. Okay, then if I want to perform modular operation, again I can perform modular operation. How I can go with modular operator? Modular operator is percentage, correct? Correct. Modular operator, what it gives? It gives the remainder. Okay. So just go through the program quickly. We just performing all the operations. Addition operation we are performing and we are printing the result. Then subtraction, then multiplication, then division, and then what we do? We are doing modular operation. Let's rerun this program. Observe the output. Compilation is success. See here. Compare the output, whatever we have mentioned. Addition is 10 plus 20, 30. Subtraction is, we mentioned x minus y. X is 10, y is 20. 10 minus 20, minus 10. Correct. Subtraction is minus 10. Multiplication, we mentioned x into y. X into y is nothing but 200. Division, we have mentioned y divided by x. So division is 2. What about remainder? X percentage y, correct. 10 percentage 20. So the division is the remainder is 10. So these are the basic addition operator, arithmetic operators. Even you no need to write these many lines. Okay, let me comment this line out. Listen very carefully. I have commented what you can perform in shorter format. So instead of z equal to x plus y, what we have mentioned, instead of z equal to x plus y, what you can do is you can mention like this. Another way also there. Suppose consider you are doing something like this. Okay, what I do is I will mention z plus equal to x. Okay, z plus equal to x. Let me remove all this statement. I have removed all the statements, but now I kept z plus equal to x. Now let's see what is the output. Recompile the program. Just observe the output. What it means? Z plus equal to x means it means z equal to z plus x. This is the shorthand operator, right? Instead of mentioning z equal to z plus x, what you can do is you can mention z plus equal to x. Correct. So z value is 30, x value is 10. So the result is 40. Are you getting? This is the shorthand operator. Even in arithmetic operator, it is possible. Same way, you can go with any type. Suppose if I mention star equal to, what it means? It means it is multiplication operator, right? Multiplication operator. So what we do? It means z into equal to x means it means z equal to z into x. So z into x, it means 30 into 10, 300, right? Let's rerun this. See, observe the output. We are using shorthand operator on arithmetic, correct? We are using shorthand operator on arithmetic. Instead of keeping, like this, we have, it is reduced, right? Because you didn't mention that one more time. This is the shorthand operator. Like this, you can mention any of the arithmetic operators. Either it can be addition or division or multiplication or subtraction or modular. You can mention anything. Okay, so these all are about arithmetic operations. So it is mainly it is used to perform some arithmetic operations on variables or values. And the plus plus also we have seen. So again, like it will increment the value by 1, or decrement means it will decrement the value by 1. Plus plus increment operators and decrement operators, those also comes under arithmetic operators. Let's see what is next. Next is relational operators. Okay, you can say it is a relational operator or comparative comparison operators, right? So comparison operators or relational operators, both are same. It is used to compare two values or variables. Okay, relational operators are used to compare two values or variables. So under relational operators, there are different types of, operators are there. If I mention double equals, it means it will check whether two variables or values are equals with one another or not. If I mention not equal, it means, exclamation equals means not equals. It means it will check two values or variables are not equals or not. If it not equals, then it will return true, or else it will return false. Then these things you guys might aware of it. Greater than, if x is greater than y, then it will return true, or else it will return false. Same way like less than operator, then greater than or equal to. Listen this. Here I mentioned x is greater than or equal to. It means either x should be greater than 2y or equals to y. It checks two conditions, correct? It is a conditional operator, right? It checks two conditions. One is like either x can be greater or it can be equals. This is less than or equal to. What it means? It means x either it can be less than y or it can be equal to y. So let's see all these operators. So what I can do is I can compare these things using here only. So instead of going with the new program, let's play with this program only. So what I will do, I will check. So consider I am checking with x and y. What it means? Sorry, x equal to y. So let's go back to our slide. Equals operator I am checking whether x is equal to or not. So let's make z also 10. Okay. Now in this case, let's go back. I am going to check one more thing. Okay. Let's make it z. What will happen here? Let's recompile the program. Let's run it. See, x equal to z. Z and x both are same, right? X is 10, z also 10. Equals operator means if both are equals, then it returns true. See here, if both are equals, then it returns true. Here x equal to y. X is 10, y equal to 20. Both are not equal. If both are not equal, then it will return false. This is all about equals operator. What about not equals? Again, it is simple. You need to mention exclamation. That's all. Exclamation means not equals means it will check both the values are not equals or not. Here x is not equal to z. It will check whether x is not equal to z or not. If it is not equal, then only it will return true. Suppose if both are equal, then it will return false. Here x is 10, z also 10. both are not equal, so it will return false. Whereas in the second statement, x is 10, y is 20, both are not equal, so condition is true, so it returns true. Let's recompile this. We are recompiling it. Then what we will do? We will rerun it. See here, first one we are getting false, right? Why we are getting false? Because both the values are same, but you are checking with not equals operator. What is meant by not equals operator? It should not be equal. Then only it will return true. It should not be equal, but here x and z both are equal, so it returns false. What about the second condition? X and y both are not equal. X is having some other value, y is having different value. So that's why here it is not equal, so it returns true. Correct. Let's check greater than and less than. So instead of equals, let me go with less than. So what you are checking here? It checks x is less than z or not. What is x value? X value is 10. What is z value? Z value is 10. Correct. False. Both are equal. It is not less than or greater than, right? Let's check with this. X is less than 10 and we have mentioned y. What is mean by y here? Y is 20. Second condition is true, right? Correct. Let's see here. X is not less than 10, so it should return false. But whereas x is less than y, correct? It should return true. It will check if the both the values are, let's recompile it, rerun it. See here, first one you are getting false because 10 is not less than 10. Second one is true because 10 is less than 20. Okay. Let's go with greater than. What I do is I will mention y is less than 10 and I will mention, okay, x is less than y. Correct. What is y here? Y value is 20. I am just checking. 20 is less than 10. True or false? Correct. This one is, we have mentioned less than, right? This one is true. Correct. What about this? X is less than y. X is 10. Y is, 20. Is this true? I'm just making you confused. No, right? Y is not less than to 10. It should be false. What about the second line? X is less than 20. This should be true. Let's rerun it. See here, it is false. And second one is true. Let's go with greater than, symbol. Correct. This also we have seen it. Here, true, right? Because y is greater than z. Correct. Second statement, it is false. X is not greater than y. So let's rerun it. See here, first we have got true, second one we got false. This is about greater than. What about greater than or equal to, less than or equal to? Let's check. Let me go with one more statement. Observe all these things. These are very fundamental things in Java. So what I do, I'm going with one more. I'm making Z. Okay. Observe. Y is greater than or equal to. First condition is true. Either it will check two conditions. Either true or either it is greater than or equals. Here it is true because it is 20 is greater than or equal to 10. What about this? This is false. It's not at all. Either 10 is not greater than or 10 is not equal to 20. It is false. What about the third one? Third one, listen, third one. Third one, 10 is not greater than 10, but second condition it checks. Either it can be greater than or it can be equals. Here it comes under equals. 10 is equal to 20. So third one is true. Let's rerun it. See here, you are getting all these three output, right? You can compare the output. See here, first one is true, second one is false, third one is true because 10 is equal to 10. Correct? This is all about greater than or equal to. So let's go with, we have completed all these things. Relational operators we have completed. It is used to check either both the variables or both the values on some condition, on relational condition, either it is true or false. Correct? So what is the next operator? Next operator is logical operator. What is meant by logical operator? Logical operator means it will check either both the values or variables on some logical conditions. Logical operators are used to perform some logical operations either on variables or values. Okay. Let's go with one more program. Consider I have some variable like this, boolean x equal to true. Correct? Then I have one more variable, boolean y equal to false. Okay. Now what I do is I want to perform some logical operations. Under logical operators, what are the things are there? You are having three things. One is logical and, logical or, logical not. If I mention double ampersand, that is called logical and. Okay, this one is logical or, third one is logical not. What is mean by logical and? Both the conditions it should be true. Here left side condition and right side condition both should be true. Then only it returns true. Let's see it. Here in our case, I have mentioned two variables. What I am doing, I am just checking some condition. What I am checking? I am checking x and y. Okay, let's save this program. John.java, compile it. Compilation is success. Let's run. You got false. Why it is false? Because both the side it should return true. Here x is true whereas y is false. Correct? X is true, y is false. So it means both the side it should return true. Then only result will be true. Correct? If any one of the side it is false means it will return false. Here y is false, that's why it returned false. Let's go with one more variable. Consider you are going with one more variable called z. Okay, let's print z. Listen, I am just printing x is x and then z. I am performing logical and operations on x and z. It will check what is x, true. and it will check what is the true. Both the sides are true, so what will be the result? If both are true, then it will return true. If any one of them false, it can be more than one, and also you can check it, not only two variables. You can not only two conditions, you can check more than one condition also, correct? If more than one conditions while you are checking, all should return true, then only the result will be true. Here first one will be true because both are true. Second one is false, so it will return false. Let's rerun this. See here what you are getting. First one, what is the first one you are getting? First one you are getting true because in both the places it is true. Second one you are getting false because second y value is false, correct? This is about logical and. Let me modify this program. This is about logical and. What is meant by logical or? Logical or, you observe it, this is called logical or. What is meant by logical or? Main difference in logical or, if any one of them returns true, that is enough, correct? In logical and, what we have seen, both should return true, then only the result can be true. Both the side should return true, then only the then only the result can be true. If any one of them is false, then the result is false. It is straightforward opposite. Logical or means, if any one of them is true, if any one of them is true, then the result will be true. Here if you see, right, second condition we are saying x is logical or y, right? X is logical or y. It means true, logical, false, right? Logical or. Here one side is true, then blindly it will return true. If any one of the side is true, then it will return true. Let's run this program. Observe the output. See here, I am recompiling the program, rerunning it. First condition also returns true, second condition also returns true. Why second condition returns true? Because if any one of the place it's true, then it returns true. What about if any one of them is false? See this condition, I will go with P. Okay, here if you see, okay, that condition I am going for it. What it does, both are returning, both are false. I want to check y with P. Y with P, correct? If both the sides are false, then it will be false. Okay, let's check the third condition only. Let's rerun the program. See, third one is false. Why third one is false? Because both the sides it returns false. So R means, logical R means any one of the side, it should return true. So what else we have? We have one more operator called not operator, correct? Logical not. What it means, logical not? Before going to logical not, I want to experiment one more program. So let's go with the previous program. Here you can check. Okay, here you can check. Here also you can use logical operator. Okay, so what I am going to do, guys, listen this program. I am going to check some conditions. Okay, I am keeping in bracket because if I check more than one condition, I need to keep it in bracket. Okay, so I am checking y is greater than or equal to z. Okay, and then I am checking. Okay, I am checking x is equal to z. Listen this first expression. I am checking two conditions here. It should be y should be greater than or equal to z. What is y value here? What is y value here? Y value is 20. We are checking 20. Either it should be greater than or equal to z. What is z? Z is 10. This condition is true. And then you are checking x. What is x? X is 10 equal to y. What is y? Y also 10. Correct. Z. Correct. Z also 10. So check this condition also true. This condition also true. Correct. Because 20 is greater than or equal to 10. It is greater than. And also second condition you are checking x equal to z. Correct. Both conditions are true. Let's rerun this class suguna.java. Java C. Okay. Let's run the Java C suguna.java. Compilation is success. Let's run Java file name. See the output. See the output here. We are getting true. Suppose consider I am modifying this value. I am keeping something like this. Consider x I am keeping. So what will happen here? Listen carefully. I am keeping x. What is x value? Or let's modify this value, some other value. We will keep it. What I will do, instead of x, I will make it x is less than. Okay, that is possible, right? X is less than. I will remove z. I will keep y. So what will happen here? I check two conditions. First condition, x is less than y. What is x value? X value is 10. I am checking 10 is less than. What is mean by y? Y is 20. So I am checking logical condition on this. See here, this condition is false, right? X is not less than y, right? So it is false. But second condition is true. What we have seen about logical and both the side it should return true. Then only it can be true. If any one of them is false, then the answer will be false. Okay. So let's recompile again. Oh, it is true. X is less than. Okay. Yeah, it is true, right? X is less than true, right? Let's make it like y is less than x. What will be condition here? I'm just mentioning y. What is y? Y is 20. I'm just mentioning y is less than. What is x? X is 10. This is false, right? Now recompile it again because one condition is failed. See here, second condition we got failed because this condition is returning false, second condition is returning true, but we are performing AND operations. AND means both side it should return true. Let's keep it or. Or means any one of the side is true, then it will be true, right? Or means any one of the side should be true, right? Here, even though first condition is false, correct? Even though first condition is false, but second condition returns true, right? Listen, second condition returns true, right? X is equal to z. So then it will be true. R means any one of them should be true. Let's recompile it. Run it. See, we are getting true and true. Because in first condition, both are true. In second condition, in the second statement, Second condition is true. That's why in OR operator like this. What about NOT operator? Final one is pending. Logical NOT. What is meant by logical NOT? Logical NOT means it will return the opposite. If it is true, then it will return false. If it is false, it will return true. Okay, let me go with logical operation. Okay, let's go with X. What is X here? Just recompile, John. X we are just printing. What is X? X we have mentioned true, right? See here we are printing just X. If I put exclamation, this is called logical NOT. So if true means it will return the opposite, false, right? If false means it will return true. Now X is true, correct? And what I am trying to do, I am making exclamation NOT operator. Let's rerun this program. See here we are getting false. Why we are getting false? Because we use NOT operator. NOT operator means if it is true, then it will return false. If it is false, it will return true. Okay, let's go with Y. What is meant by Y? Y is false here. If I put NOT operator, not logical operator, logical NOT if I use, if it is false, it will return true. Let's rerun this. Second one should be true. See here, second one we are getting true. This is all about logical NOT. Let's play some more things. Let's play some more things. See what I am using. Let me go with like this. X is less than Y. So is that true? X is 10 is less than Y, right? 10 is less than Y. What is Y? Y is 20, right? Let's recompile, Sukuna. Compilation is success. Let's run it. See, you are getting true. Suppose if I mention logical operator, you put better you put in square bracket. The result should be opposite. Here it is returning true. If I mention exclamation logical not means it will be becoming as false. Now X is less than Y returns true. I am mentioning it as logical not, then it will return false. Let's recompile. See here. Sorry, let's save it. Okay. See here, it returned false, right? X is less than Y returns true, but you mentioned logical not. Logical not means it will return opposite. Suppose consider I am mentioning greater than symbol here. I am mentioning greater than symbol here. What it means? It will check whether X is greater than Y or not. False, right? X is 10, Y is 20. It will return false. We have mentioned logical not. False. Logical not means then it will be true. Let's recompile this. See the output, you are getting true, correct? So logical not means if the expression or variable, if it is true, then opposite it will return. Okay, this is all about logical not. So you can evaluate using different ways. Okay, you can evaluate using different ways. Even more than one condition also you can evaluate, correct? So you can use all this and or not with more than different ways. correct? So result you can see in the console. See here. So either logical and or logical not or logical or you can use. Okay, here we are using different arithmetic different operations as part of this program. You can experiment it, you can play around it, then you will be learning more things.